A picture says more than 1,000 words. Almost everyone knows this saying, but is it really like that, or should it be rather called a picture awakes more emotions than 1,000 words? Let's think about pictures related to the user experience in today's episode of the UX Globus podcast. I'm your host Chris, let's begin. Alright, in the last episode we spoke about accessibility and the focus was on visually impaired people. And today I would like to go into a completely different direction and talk about pictures and photographs in a digital or analog solution. So what do you think? Are pictures and photographs generally spoken important to be used in software but also in marketing of products? I'm sure we all come to the same conclusion. Once the concept behind a solution is clear and everything is working so far, and the visual design gets finalized, then images play a very important role. It is our responsibility as UX designers to think ahead which images can be used in certain spots to increase the overall user experience. It is very common nowadays that we have a big image at the top of each page. That picture needs to transform enough information that everyone coming to our site will want to stay there. We as UX designers want to wake the right emotions by using the correct images. People tend to prefer seeing things compared to reading about them. So it is my advice to create a story with the images that you show on your index page. The moment someone scrolls down your front page, he or she needs to understand what you do and why you do it, only by watching the pictures. I do not say there should be no text, because there should be, as this is quite important for search engine optimization, for example. However, the images should explain everything as they will catch the user's attention first, and after that, the user will read the texts. And those have to be chosen correctly too, as they need to match the content shown inside the picture. Let's find out more about the usage of pictures and the UX related benefits of it after a very short and today's only music break. Alright, the moment we place multiple images below each other, we create some kind of a storyboard. And we need to use that as a foundation to create a more emotional user experience. But why do people in pictures matter? People associate themselves and compare themselves always to others. And if someone is good looking or doing something that requires high skills, or generally spoken, if a person in an image is outstanding and does something that requires some proper skill, we would very much like to be them. So if you are using images on your website, make the people inside images laugh, make them working out really hard on a fitness web page, or simply show that they are using whichever service or product you offer and they feel good about it. Because, as mentioned at the beginning of this episode, it is very important to awake some emotions within your future clients while they are browsing through your site. At the end of today's episode, I would like to come back to the importance of images for products. It is not only important to create a strong story on your website about your product, but also the packaging of your product is essential for the success. If you're selling tea, make the user feel like they are somewhere in Asia where the tea is grown. This can easily be done by placing images from there on your packaging. Another example could be the box for a camera. Don't just place a rendering of the camera on it. Sell the customers a story around it, because that is what they want, not a camera. They want the camera to capture stories, so show them a strong story on your packaging that was captured with this exact camera. And as soon as they have it, they will also be able to capture stories like that. So the user experience begins with a story, and pictures can tell pretty good ones. I believe that sums up today's episode quite well. So this, I believe, is the end of today's episode. And remember, always keep pushing. Have a good one.